You know, ever since I met you, you've somehow managed to wrap yourself up in my life in such a way that I don't know how I've ever lived without you. Although when we go dancing, sometimes you have 2 left feet. Or none at all, really. So the more I think about it, the more I say, well, how about this? A toast to whatever we are, and that it may last for a much longer time than we had both ever dreamed. What do you say to that? This was a really dumb idea.
Hey everybody, it's BaronJ, and over the summer, the vast majority of the anime audience was introduced to something they didn't really know they were into. With the exception of a few select individuals, the general public was unaware of how adorable a harpy girl could possibly be, which is a fucking lot. Now, it has to be said, but if you are a younger weebling, make sure your door is locked or your parents are asleep, buddy. Load up an incognito tab if you're paranoid. You should be. Some asshole could say something very audibly in a clear and easy to understand tone like, "Attention, parent, your child is looking at porn." If you got grounded just now, well, sorry, not sorry. Anyway, produced by Studio Lerche and directed by that guy that did Yoru no Yatterman. Seriously? That's actually incredibly surprising. Monster Musume, or Everyday Life with Monster Girls if you're a filthy American, is about Kurusu, who leads an absolutely normal life with one real exception. In Kurusu's world, the government recently revealed a huge secret. Mythical beasts such as centaurs, harpies, etc. are all real. They're here, most of them are friendly, so be nice and don't bork them. Nope. No snake sex, buddy. Speaking of, this is his exchange program roommate, Mia. She is a lamia, or a snake girl. He has to basically make sure she's adjusting well and to avoid sexing her as much as possible. Hijinks inevitably ensue, and yet another lady monster shows up this time. It's Poppy the Harpy. She's lost and becomes his next roommate, so he must avoid sexing her as well. Almost immediately afterwards, in another twist of fate, here's a centaur woman named Centauria. She humbly requests that he should be her master, so he avoids sexing her too. And so on and so forth. Lather, rinse, bang. I mean, repeat. So yeah, Monster Musume falls into the harem cocktease category. However, there is appeal to these. I mean, more often than not, the blatant fan service in ecchi shows has this self-aware quality that can be charming or hilarious, circumstances depending. Regardless though, with Monster Musume, there was actually a bit more to it than just harpy ass and spider tits. The most interesting thing about Monster Musume, besides the obvious, is the amount of detail they put into how a monster cutie would actually live and adjust into modern society. The show really does try to drive this home, almost as if they're trying to send some sort of educational message for the future. Maybe there really is a huge conspiracy about this. As far as the story and development, the characters are pretty one note, but that's to be expected with this kind of thing. And as the show makes its way to the end of its 12-episode run, you get a feeling like there's really more that should have happened. But the issue really lies with the fact that there wasn't a lot of the source material to adapt. Not really a bad thing, it's short and sweet, but it does probably mean that if you get attached, you're going to be upset waiting for the rest of it to come out, like the rest of us. As far as the animation and art goes, the show is fairly good about being varied in terms of animation quality and detail. Some of it can be okay, and then other shots can be really, really well framed and have a very eye-catching quality, for reasons other than the obvious, again. So if you want to watch Monster Musume, you can take a gander over on Crunchyroll or pick up the Blu-rays whenever they eventually come out. As for my recommendation, I'd say if you're in the mood for some risque business with some sexy, adorable beast women, then yeah, take a look at Monster Musume. It's hard not to get wrapped up in it. This is the end of the video, baby. Have a gander over at that subscribe button, and here's my Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch channel. Over in the left-hand corner, there's the shirt button, and over on the right, you can see a link to my audiobook where I will tell you a bedtime story for 10 hours straight. If you've got a suggestion for a show we can snuggle up and watch, let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to whisper sweet nothings into your ear with a special voice, let me know, baby. Have a happy Valentine's Day, everybody. If you've got a special lady, man, reptile in your life, let them know how much they mean to you. I know I will. How you doing, Sugar? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.